hanging out with this girl who's like a snake charmer, though. That really, if he gets into a relationship with her, that one might be interesting. She might trick him into behaving if she's that good, you know?
Well, she's already in a relationship. Ah,
Ah, okay.
it that honestly, because I'm not saying that it's her fault, but she's one of the first people that I opened up to about my brother dying and my addiction for the first time in like 11 years.
Oh,
Cuz I thought we were closer because I was trying to be there for her when she had her own addiction and she almost overdosed. I tried to be there for her and tell her what I went through so that she would know when I say I know what you're going through, I'm not just bullshitting her. And
who's the girl? What's her name?
Barbara Thunk.
Oh, okay.
I I really just
Okay.
took a chance to tell her how I was feeling and what I had gone through.
I will bring this up. If you're dealing like this is down the road, right? If you're dealing with some issues, it's a relapse or anything, and you talk to a therapist, I'm gonna advise Jonathan not to talk to you because he has a conflict there when it comes to Barbara. So I
Okay.
just don't want you to end up in a weird place, and I'm gonna let him know as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I don't want anything to like get weird,
Mm-hmm.
blurry lines with that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even plan on I've been trying not to think about it or talk about it, but opening that door to because I felt like I wanted to help her. Kind of the nightmares started getting worse, and then she forgot 2 days of her life, which was one of those days was when that conversation happened. So it's like I opened up for nothing. When I tried to figure out why she didn't remember anything, she stopped talking to me,
Hmm.
and she hasn't talked to me since. And she's telling people I shouldn't be trusted. And I've been trying to
What's
talk to
her
her.
reason? Like, why is she telling people that? What's the
I
follow up?
I don't know. I literally have texted her and tried to reach out to her, and I told her I missed her.
But
And
so when people are saying that she said this, did they say, like, normally I would say don't trust this person because of XYZ, right?
yeah,
Did she tell them this XYZ part or?
now like here's the thing, I had been feeling like she was pulling some people that I care about away from me. That I felt like she was angry with me for me trying to be involved and trying to figure out why she forgot 2 days of her life. And
Oh, okay.
and when she stopped talking to me, I just felt like I don't know what I did. I want to talk to her about it, but she won't talk to me. And she won't
Like,
text back.
maybe she thinks you were involved in it or something
But that's the thing,
because you
like
were.
I was the first person that told her like, "Hey, like I was there when we finally told her, "Hey, I think you've been ocean dumped. I'm 95% sure it's this person because they're the only one with motive." And you like I'm sitting there telling her things she literally told me straight to my face, and she will not believe me. She's choosing to
Okay.
believe the person that most likely ocean dumped her, and I was getting
Oh,
frustrated and angry with her,
okay.
and then she stopped talking to me. And
Yeah, that's rough. The thing is, a lot of times memories will come back down the road. So it sounds like she thinks you were involved. Like the other person who maybe did it, maybe is feeding her shit into her brain. You know?
yeah, but it's like they won't talk to me either because I tried to be like, hey, like, I honestly think before anything happened, I think they had been talking about me, and I don't know what they talked about. but he doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. Which is fine, but it makes me feel like she was saying something to him. It doesn't sit right with me, and I had been suspecting that she was doing this, that she was, like, there was something shady, and I know I can't trust Cy Carter. But he was he was the first person who asked me about the Barbra situation. The first person, when I said, I don't know why Barbara's not talking to me, he's like, wait, what happened there? Because he has history with Barbra. And he actually, like, I know I can't trust him. I know I keep saying it, but he actually listened.
Yeah, the thing about Cy is you can't trust that his actions aren't going to be like wildly chaotic at some point, right? Now he's not going to hurt you or something. But I have noticed he's pretty truthful. So if there's something that he's been saying to you that you think is a truth, it probably is. Because he's pretty blunt and truthful, to be honest. The only time I see him lie is if he gets caught and he's like, and he lies badly and says that he didn't do it to police, right? It's like, okay. So there's that at least. I know he's friends with, like, I think Lizzie's like his mom, and I do know he's improved lately. However, he improved for a while there. However, I just heard the other day that he like kidnapped some people I know that he's close with, and he was doing weird shit and doing stuff at the hospital, and so he's kind of I don't know if he's going back to his old ways or what the fuck's happening. But...
Yeah, I definitely was involved in that.
Okay. You were involved. Were you involved in the kidnapping?
No.
Okay.
I was involved in getting Jeffy's dog back.
Oh, okay. The dog. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah.
He kidnapped like Pixie, who's my boss. So
Oh.
If you're involved in that, I'd just be like, let's not tell Pixie.
No, I'm not. I haven't been involved in any of that. Mostly it's just been, I've been trying to protect some people, which is why I keep going back to Cy and trying to, you know, have him trust me and have him not initiate things, because I don't want people to get hurt.
Oh, is he like wanting to hurt people for like a revenge kind of, like, is that kind of where he's headed towards?
Yeah, honestly, he has reasons for why he wants to do this, and I've just been trying to convince him not to go down this path. Like, honestly, some of the things that I've done, see, here's the thing, he did keep his promise to me. He gave me the dog back. He promised me he would do that, and he did. So there's a part of me that wants to believe that he at least won't initiate anything further. Obviously, if somebody does something, he's probably going to throw that out the window, and that's why I've been trying to have a conversation with someone who doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, the two rules I know about Cy, and people know him well, say this. One, he tends to follow through on his threats, like, all the time, right? But number two, he's kind of like Kyle Pred, and if something else has distracted him, he forgets about that thing that he was all worked up about.
Yeah.
So, like, if it stays calmed down and isn't like triggering him, his anger, then he probably won't go through with anything, right? But if they keep doing shit to him, then
yeah, but he's the one that told me that Barbra had called him to try to meet up with him because she wanted to tell him about how he shouldn't trust me and that she had to learn the hard way. And I don't know what she's even talking about. I don't know why she just won't meet up with me and hash it out. I've been worried about her and texting her, and she just won't. And finding out that, it was kind of like I was already suspecting it, but I finally feel like I found some sort of confirmation. And
I'm just keeping an eye to see when Rocky's around, because he's on board for like helping you out in here too.
yeah.
I'm gonna send him a message and just say like, call me or text me when you pop into the city.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, he probably has some contacts because he knows a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know about you, just in general, I've noticed like he tends to be able to fill in gaps sometimes, right?
Yeah, he knows a lot, and I know that I've been feeling weird talking to him about Barbra because he was there for her when she was overdosing and using and panicking and everything, and I feel weird about talking about this issue because I don't want to make him feel like he has to choose between, like, I don't want to put him in that place, but it's one of those things where I feel like, I genuinely feel like everybody's gonna choose her and listen to her, and like, who would listen to me? Who would trust me?
I mean, I'm listening to you. I actually sent her case over to Jonathan. I didn't want to do it. I didn't meet her though. It was more just I only take on so many heavy cases, like ones that are really sad. You know, I only take on so many of those at a time. So I had like my queue full of that. So I'm like, yeah, Jonathan, you take that. So
yeah,
because she ended up in the ICU with that whole thing with the, I think it was ocean dumping. I think that's what it was, maybe.
she had been using metamorphine.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been the OD you're talking about or the ocean dumping because, yeah, I don't remember. She went through a trauma too, right? So.
Yeah, her best friend died. She was there.
Right.
That's why I was trying to tell her about my brother dying and how I was there, saw him dead. Like, I'm not just saying I understand how you're feeling to be nice. I'm really trying to be there for her. And she, while I know she probably doesn't remember, I doubt even if she got that memory back that she would care. And I just regret it.
Do you have you ever been, this is, I'll explain in a minute. Have you ever been diagnosed with like autism or ADD or ADHD at all?
No.
Okay. So sometimes with autism and ADHD, people, it can happen with, it's more common with autism and ADHD or Asperger's or whatever, right on the spectrum. There's like a rejection syndrome where when someone rejects you in some way, then it hurts you more, but it's really hard to get closure on it. So I was just kind of getting an idea if like you're facing that at all, because I think this is going to be tough for you to get closure on without you inserting yourself into situations that will probably just stress you out, right? This is a tough one because you don't want to end up in a weird spot and then you feel pressure to do drugs or whatever it may be, but I know you want closure too, right?
I don't think she's gonna want anything to do with me, even if I ask. So, especially since when I started using, and like, something I know about myself, because I can literally read my texts that I sent, when I'm using and I'm high, or when I'm drinking, I have a lot more confidence in myself, so I send some messages that I really shouldn't.
Okay. I was going to say that is something you can try to do for closure that I do recommend to some people is write a letter, but do it sober. But write a letter saying everything that you want to say. And either don't send it. Most of the time I say don't send it because sometimes writing it itself is cathartic, right? But in your case, you know, if you want to say something, if they refuse to talk to you, then it might be worthwhile to send it, right?
Yeah.
You kind of judge about, it's going to be more like what's the backlash going to be, because we don't want you slipping into drugs or alcohol, right?
Yeah.